Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I am Richard on the MakeCode Forum.
I'm Joey at J1 MakeCode Forum.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit interesting. So, Joey, if you were to list the most remade games on the forum, like the games that people try to make the most, they post their own ports of. What would you list?
The rooms. Oh, I'm hearing an echo of my voice.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we might not have sound today. 1 second. Every once in a while, StreamYard just decides to do this. All right, the echo's gone, right?
Yeah, it is. Okay. There's like the rooms games. Those are
rooms, like the Roblox rooms.
Yeah.
Yep. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, I'm challenging Joey to list what the most like fan remade games we see on the forum that people try to make the most often. So you know,
Mario, Sonic ones.
Yep, Mario and Sonic for sure. Yeah.
I have an inkling of what you were doing, so I'm trying to not say the one that.
Oh, you can go ahead and say it.
Was it a Hollow Knight like one?
Yes. So
yes.
I would say one of the most common ones that we see a lot of the time is Hollow Knight. Sarah, what is your experience with Hollow Knight? I'm guessing you haven't played it. Sarah?
I'm having internet problems. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can tell.
Like, you've been like, I couldn't hear like most of the games that you just listed, and then like I heard you say Hollow Knight, and I've never played it. I think my computer's fine now. It decided to launch Teams, and everything was like, "Oh, we have to stop immediately."
Yeah, I was just trying to guess if you had played Hollow Knight or not. Yeah, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a game that I like quite a bit. Joey, you've played Hollow Knight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good game. And I just finished Silksong like a couple days ago. People try to make it on the forum a lot, and I would say it's one of the most abandoned types of remakes that I've seen, where someone will start making a Hollow Knight game and then they will not come back to it because I guess they hit a blocker of some kind. So I thought today, I have not done much preparation for this, but we could play around with doing a Hollow Knight-like game that kind of has a lot of the basics of the movement. And we're not going to finish this all in today's stream, but we can at least kind of get the thing going. And so for this, we're going to be using some extensions, which I'm going to add right now. And this is the other thing we're going to be doing today is I just pushed a gigantic update to the platformer extension. So we're going to be testing that out today. We'll see how it goes. But if you want to follow along, it's Microsoft / arcade platformer is the extension. Add that in. Make sure this has all of my updates. Yep, looks like it's got all the new blocks and stuff. Pretty cool. And we're also going to be, well, you know, we'll hold off on the rest of it for now. So I made a little minimal character here who looks nothing like Hollow Knight. But Sarah, have you seen Hollow Knight gameplay? Like, do you have an idea of what the core mechanics are?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so like how would you describe it?
Well, just the vibes are like kind of dark in general, but like in terms of the mechanics seem difficult. I don't know a lot of how
it is
like,
difficult,
it works,
but like
on PC versus controls, but like the dashing.
I guess what I'm looking for here is if we look at Hollow Knight.
I don't know how much you just heard of that.
We got some of it. I think you're still glitching in and out. But in Hollow Knight, it's a platformer, right? We have a character who moves around, and he has a little sword. It's a pin, And you get these slashing, like you can slash in all 4 directions, right? So you can hold left and slash, hold right, slash, up, slash, down, slash. And that's how you typically, damage enemies. But you also have some other kind of mechanics that I think are kind of unique to Hollow Knight. The main one being pogoing. So, Joey, I assume you know what I talk about, what I mean when I say pogoing. But
down slash on the enemy to bounce around.
Exactly. So in Hollow Knight, when you down slash on something, you get like bounced up. And it's generally anything that can damage you. So you can do it on like spikes. You can do it on like specific targets that you have to do it on, or you can do it on, enemies. But we're going to kind of start by just making a character who walks around. And for this, we're going to be using 8x8 tiles because I like them more. And because we're going to be mostly focusing on mechanics today, I'm going to just set up a basic tile map here so that we have something going on in the background. First, though, let's go ahead and set our background color to something. We'll just make it dark purple, I guess. And we're going to go ahead and set our tile map to just a real basic tile map. Go to My Tiles. We're just going to make something that's going to be the floor. So we will make the floor brown. And we're going to go ahead and put it like this. One thing that is kind of, heartening about all of this is that Hollow Knight is kind of very good for arcade because there are very few moving platforms in Hollow Knight and in Silksong, which is something that you can't really do in arcade easily. So there we go. We set that. We're going to go ahead and do an on tile map loaded, and we're just going to turn wall on for all of our wall tiles here. Let me do something that stands out a little bit more, I guess. Look at this. If this turns into an actual game, we'll make it pretty at some point. But okay. So inside of tile util, we're going to grab the set wall on for all tiles right here and choose our wall tile and go ahead and set that on. Okay, and let's go ahead and create our character. So not going to use sprite, going to use platformer. So one of the big updates for the platformer thing is that now all of the platformer blocks take sprites. So if you were using them before and you kept running into a lot of like typing issues, you'll be glad to know that that is no longer a problem. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and create our character. And we're going to give them animations. And for this guy, we are going to be setting them to be, let's see, I can't remember what I actually made the animation size. I think it was like 8 high by 6 wide. Whatever you set as the initial image will be the hitbox for your platformer sprite. So we're just going to go ahead and make this, rectangle right here. And we should see this guy appear. There we go. Move around. Well, it doesn't have controls enabled yet, but there it is in the game. And we're going to go ahead and just set our animation for running right, running left, idle right. So let's start with walking to the right. For that, we're going to be doing let's see, facing right and moving. Now we're going to do facing left and moving, and that's going to be this guy. And then we are going to do just facing left and do our idle one, which is this one. And then just facing right. There we go. Okay. So there we go. We got a little guy bouncing up and down. Let's make him bounce slower. And we're going to go ahead and turn on controls for this guy. So let's go into here and say set controls for my sprite on. And the nice thing about the platformer extension is it takes care of all the controls for you. So you can just go ahead and immediately start running with it once you got it. So one of the things is we're jumping really fast right now. So to fix that, we're going to turn down our gravity. So for that, we're going to go into here and grab the set gravity. And I think it's at 1000 right now. We're going to set it to 500, which should slow things down a bit. There we go. So that's a bit slower, which I think is more realistic. So again, the nice things about the platformer extension is it takes care of controls for you. And also it has a lot of the features that are kind of harder to do. So like variable height jumping, which is key to a Hollow Knight-like game, is being able to hold down the A button to jump higher. So that's in there too. And let's say we wanted to change our jump height, right? So right now I can't jump up on this platform. I actually feel like this is a pretty good jump height, so we might end up just lowering this platform. But for the sake of argument, let's go ahead and change our jump height real quick. We're going to go into our extension and grab this set constant thing here. We're going to take our max jump height and we're going to set it to be, let's see, how many tiles is this? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 8 is 54. And now we can jump higher than we could before. So now we can jump up 6 tiles. Looks like I overestimated it a little bit. But now we can, jump right up there, which is nice. All right. So that's all cool. Other things that you get with the platformer extension is wall jumps, things like that. So we could also set our wall jump on it, and that is in the set feature enabled thing, which is down here. So we're going to go ahead and set wall jumps enabled like that. And with that enabled, we can now do wall jumps. So we can, jump, jump, jump. There we go. Which is nice. Cool. All right, I can already see one tiny bug, which is when I do these wall jumps, my animation isn't switching.
I can see one tiny bug, but that's the main character in the game.
Oh, yeah. Right. Everyone in Hollow Knight is bugs. So, and so all of this is tweakable. You can use the set constant thing to set, you can see the number of things you have in here. You can set the wall jump height, the wall kickoff velocity, the wall friction, the wall min velocity, all of this good stuff. You can also, if you want, you can set wall friction. Whoops. Yeah, let's set wall friction to be like really high. And set wall min velocity to 0. Then you can now just grab on walls, which is kind of fun.
It's cozy.
Seems like this actually breaks wall jumps, which is actually surprising to me. I wonder if I turn off the wall friction being super high, if that will... Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's another thing for me to look at, but... Oh, that was weird, too. Look at that. Look at this.
Oh. Well, it's very friction-y wall, then.
It's true, it's true. Okay, well, anyway. Consider this a beta feature, and this whole extension is in beta, which is why it's not in the extension list. We also have in-air jumps and in-air heights and in-air height. So if you want to have double jumps or whatever, you can go ahead and set this to, let's say 2, and now we can do 2 jumps in the air. So jump, 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 and then we fall down. So nice way to get double jump or whatever you want. Anyway, let's get back to doing our Hollow Knight-like mechanics. Okay, so when Hollow Knight attacks, you get a big slash animation. And I actually looked into what the hitbox for this looks like. But we're going to go ahead and draw an image to kind of make it clear what's going on. The way that the hitboxes work in Hollow Knight is you have your character right here, all right? And then let's say you have your slash, which is like, oh, whoops, okay, I want the regular tool. There we go. You have your slash, which is like this big, arc coming out for you. So in Hollow Knight, the way that they implement this is while that animation is playing, there is a hitbox, which is just constantly in effect, which is this, it's shaped like this, basically. Like a D. All right. And it extends outward from our sprite. And, you know, it's the same for whichever direction you end up attacking, right? So if I were attacking upwards, it would look, you know, like this. All right. So we're going to be doing something similar here. The idea is we have our hitbox for our sprite, which is just going to be, you know, our sprite. And we're going to be creating another sprite, which is going to be our sword slash. And we're going to be placing that sword slash based off of where we are when the button is pressed, like what direction we're facing. And so to do that, let's go ahead and create a sprite for it. We're going to go ahead and do just a normal sprite for this one. And we're going to go ahead and call this new variable sword sprite. Give this a different kind. We'll call this sword. And I don't remember what the size of the slash is. Let's look at that real quick. It's 23 by 23. Back to box. So we're going to make the image the same size because we want it to be not change size as we do the animation. There you go. This is going to be our sword sprite. And let's go ahead and make it so that when we press B, we play the animation on our sword sprite. So we're going to go ahead and do inside of controller on B button pressed. And for now, we're just going to play the animation. Let's see. Are we not streaming on YouTube today? We should be. Are we not? Oh, did I choose the wrong YouTube account? Oh, I did. Oh my gosh, I chose the wrong one. Okay, wait. I'm actually going to end stream real quick and we'll switch. We'll fix it up.
Okay.